Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Today's video is going to be on a Colourpop palette. I have recently purchased two palettes from their holiday collection. This was a bundle. So one was called Boudoir Noir, which I have right here. I also have the other one, which is called Menage Moi, I think. That is a purpley toned one, a purpley mauvey toned one. Not exactly purpley, it's a mauvey toned one. So I will review that in another video. In today's video I'm going to share my thoughts on this palette, because this palette is still available. The other one, I think they have to restock, it's out of stock. So this is what we are going to talk about in today's video. I'm also going to share this look, how I have created, and I will also do a little bit of a comparison of this palette with the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze. So if you guys have been interested in this palette, then please do continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with the video. I am super excited about this palette Boudoir Noir, and the other one, which is called Menage Moi. Let me just show you that one as well. I have it right here. You must have seen this in my Black Friday haul video. So this one is a mauvey one, which I have. I love this palette. No wonder it's out of stock. Hope it comes back in stock soon. But this is Boudoir Noir, which is the more olive gold toned palette. This is how this one looks like. And when I had seen both of these palettes as the holiday collection, I was thrilled. These two color stories are some of my favorite kind of color stories. Mauves, olives, I just love these tones. So I quickly placed my order, and it arrived quite late. It took a while, but anyways, I have it here now. So this is how the packaging of the palette looks like. It's really pretty packaging, very festive, very holiday like. And this is the outer box of the palette. So this is called a pressed powder palette. It is not named an eyeshadow palette because there is pressed glitter in this palette, and it also says it's not intended for immediate eye area, not intended for use in the immediate eye area. So this is supposed to be an eyeshadow palette, but because of that one pressed glitter, it states in the box that it's not for the immediate eye area. I also don't like wearing these kind of pressed glitters, which are very chunky near the eye area, just in case it goes into my eye. I have some allergies, something like that. But so far I have worn the Colourpop pressed glitters sometimes on the eyes. So far they have been okay. Okay, so in here you get 12 eyeshadows. Each eyeshadow is, so the entire shadow palette has 14.2 grams of product. So each eyeshadow is a little above 1 gram. This is how the palette looks like. It's super beautiful. I will give you close up here because of the lighting I have here. You are not able to see the colors closely, and you will be able to see the colors very nicely in the swatches. This palette also comes with a mirror. That's a first. Not too many 12-pan eyeshadow palettes from Colourpop have mirrors. I really appreciate it. Because of the mirror, this palette is $18 instead of their usual $16. But I don't mind paying a little bit extra for the mirror because it gets very handy. These Colourpop palettes are very lightweight, so the mirror also doesn't make it very heavy. So let's go into the shades right here. You can see this is a very olive gold toned palette. If you are into olives, golds, you are going to love this palette. The color story is really pretty. I especially love this row, this deep row. There is a lot of depth in the palette, so even if you have a deeper skin tone, you will be able to use this palette very easily. I have used almost all the shades in the palette, and so far I have been loving this palette. The colors are really pretty. At the end of the video, I will show you how I have created this look as well, so stay tuned. In this palette, you get 6 matte shades. So these are the 6 matte shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 6 matte shades, I think I have used all the matte shades. They work out great. There is a deeper matte shade here which works great for my skin tone. There is a transition kind of shade right here which I have used today. It's a very nice light brown color which also shows up very well on my skin tone. This can be used as like a all over wash of color on the eyes very nicely as well. There is a mustardy kind of a matte shade which is also very nice, and there is a greenish light olive green matte shade, which is also very good. Both of these shades I have used and they work out perfectly well for my skin tone. There are two lighter matte shades. This one I have used today as my brow bone highlight shade, and the other one is also a light matte shade which you can use for any kind of highlight purpose. So I really like the range of matte shades which are available. All the matte shades have different tones, so that's great. There are 1 2 3 4 shimmer shades. I wouldn't say they are metallic shades. They are very shimmery. They are not like true metallic, intense metallic shimmer shadows, which you know, they are not foiled metallic. So the metallic shades which are right here, I would say they are more shimmer finish shadows. So there are 4 of them right here. All of the 4 have different tones, so you can do a lot of looks with the 4 tones which are right here. Today I have used this one, which is one of my favorite metallic shades. This is a beautiful olive toned color which I really love. It's a different kind of a texture, but at the end of the day it's more of a shimmer finish shadow. I think they wanted to do something with it because the texture is a little bit different, but at the end it works pretty well as a shimmer shadow. There's a beautiful gold. It's very smooth, very nicely pigmented. I have used that today as well. There is a very nice, like a dirty gray kind of a color. I love these kind of shades. Sort of has like a taupey vibe. This one also I have used as like an inner lid shadow in one of the looks. It turned out really nice and pretty. I will be using this color a lot. So this is also a very nice metallic shade. And you have a light champagne-y kind of a metallic shade, or a shimmer shade I would say, which is also really nice to lighten up any kind of eyeshadow look. So those are the 4 shimmer shadows, and then there is one matte shade right here which has shimmer infused in it. So if you want to use this as like a all over matte shade, you'll have tiny shimmers in that matte shade, which also looks really nice and pretty. But if you want to use this as a regular matte eyeshadow, the shimmers are not very pronounced. Is there a plane going nearby? Oh my god, it's that loud. Okay, as I was saying, so this matte shade, if you want to use this as a transition kind of a shade, you can use it because the shimmers are not, they don't translate as much onto the eyes. So those are all the shimmer infused metallic shimmer shades. And then there is one pressed glitter, which is more of a olive, light yellow, a lot of beautiful reflects. I really like this pressed glitter, although I'm not a big fan of the pressed glitter situation. I don't really use pressed glitters that much. I like them in pots. You know, I love glitter shadows, but I don't like these kind of glitters which are very chunky. I like them in pots which are very fine and very iridescent, but I don't mind it. This is also really pretty. The glitters in this are not very chunky. Today also I have used a little bit of the glitter, and I think it looks really pretty. So I did experiment with the glitter as well. Colourpop pressed glitters, I would say, are pretty good. They have a nice amount of that glue in the glitter which is already infused, so you don't have to use another glitter adhesive, and I don't get a lot of fallout with the Colourpop glitter, so that's great. So that's in a nutshell the entire palette for you guys. I think the quality is great. The blendability, the pigmentation, I think it's standard Colourpop palette. They have done it really well. Just that if you leave out the pressed glitter, there is not much texture in this eyeshadow palette. Nowadays there are a lot of palettes which have a lot of different textures, so that part is kind of missing from this palette. So if you are interested only in matte and shimmer finish shadows, and if you are interested in this color story, then I think you can go for this palette because the quality is great. I have really enjoyed working with this, and I can get a lot of beautiful looks with this palette. I think the color story is great. So if you have been interested in this palette, then I will definitely recommend it. It's still available on the Colourpop website. Now a quick comparison with the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze palette as well. I have a review video on this palette as well on my channel. This is how the palette looks like, and I was reminded of this palette because this is also an olive khaki toned palette, and the Colourpop one is as well a very olivey khaki toned palette. Both the color stories do look a little bit similar to me. There are some shades which I feel like they are similar. So I will do a quick comparison of both the palettes. Okay, there are few shades, I would say like 3 or 4 shades which are quite similar in both the palettes. In this Huda Beauty palette, there are these matte shades, this one and this one, which are also very similar to the matte shades which we have in this palette right here, this one and this one. Both the shades, this one is infused with shimmer, but in the Huda palette that kind of shade is not infused with shimmer, but the shades are, the base shade are very similar to each other. This one is almost pretty much exactly the same. Then the deeper matte shade which is here in this palette is not there in the Huda palette. The Huda palette has a deeper brown shade right here. This is the deeper brown shade which is there in the Huda palette, but the one in the Colourpop palette is a more deep olive tone shade, and a lighter olive tone shade which is there in the Colourpop palette is not there in the Huda palette. There is a more deeper grungy olive tone. So some of the matte shades are similar, but some of the matte shades are different. There is a lighter pink shade in this Huda palette which is not there in the Colourpop palette. And as far as the shimmers are concerned, I think I don't see a lot of similarities with the shimmer shades, except that this shade right here, which I really love, I will just swatch that one because I feel like that's one of the most important shimmer shades from the Colourpop palette. It looks something like this. Okay, that's that olivey khaki toned shimmer. I think that's very close to the Huda Beauty shimmer which is right here. I'll just do a quick comparison. So this one is the Huda Beauty one, this one on the top right here which you see. That one is Huda Beauty and the other one is Colourpop. They are very similar in tones and the texture and how they look on the eyes. They are very similar. The Colourpop one maybe just a tad bit deeper. That's about it. They are very similar. So if you have been interested in a shade like this bronzy khaki toned shade, that kind of shade which is there in the Huda Beauty palette, it's also there in this Boudoir Noir palette. So I think that's something interesting. If you don't want to spend too much on a Huda Beauty palette and you want that olive tones, then you can also go for the Boudoir Noir palette. So that was just a rough comparison. If you want to see side by side swatches, then do let me know. I can do that comparison in another video. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see how I have created this look and be right back. So I am going to use, I think, these shades right here, the bottom row. I think that's my favorite. Let's see how it goes. First of all, I will use this brown shade right here as my crease. So this is the shade Silk Sheets, which is like a light brown color. Wow, it blended so well. Superb. And I think the brush also has something to do with it. This is the Sigma brush in E44. Then we are also taking a little bit of this green shade, this olive green, light olive green shade in the crease, just to see how it looks with the brown. Okay, so both the colors didn't really muddy together. They have held their positions, they have held their color. Okay, it's very easy to blend both the shades, really nicely applied. Next I'm going to take the deeper shade and we will go in the outer V. The deeper shade is really nicely buildable. I've already used this and it's super nicely pigmented. We can also do a really nice halo eye with this one, but today I'm not doing a halo eye, probably in another tutorial, not today. It's effortless, it blends so easily. And then I am taking this deeper shimmer called Nap. Okay, and to top it up, I will take a little bit of that gold. So I'm going to take a little bit of this gold. I don't know, should I add some glitter on top? I'll take a little bit of that glitter. just for a little texture. Okay, so I think this look really captures the essence of the palette. I have some glitter here. And I think I'll keep it like this. I will do a little bit of inner corners and the lower lash line. And that's about it. That's how I created this look. Okay guys, so that's my review of the Colourpop Boudoir Noir Palette. It's still available on the Colourpop website. If you have been interested in this olive khaki gold toned palette, then I will definitely recommend it. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, then do let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you're new here, I really hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching me today. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.